Magandang tanghali sa inyong lahat. We are coming to you live from here inside the beautiful city of Caloocan, inside the Caloocan Sports Complex. My name is Nico Aaron, here to bring you our spectacular doubleheader here today. At sama-sama po tayo ngayong araw dito sa Caloocan mga kaliga because we have a stacked set of matches for you this afternoon here in the Caloocan Sports Complex. In our matches for today, to open things up at 4 p.m., it will be Binan Arellano Chiefs versus the San Juan Lady Knights. And then at 6 p.m. ang main game natin, the Dasmariñas Monarchs will take on the home team, the Caloocan AM Spikers, looking to defend home court dito sa kanilang arena. So, ang dami po nating abangan dito ngayong mga kaliga. Spectacular set of matches we have for you. Binan and San Juan to open things up. Binan wanting to use that momentum from their game yesterday. At syempre, mapapanood nyo rin ang mga laro dito sa Puso Pilipinas, exclusive live stream partner, and Smart, the official telco partner of the MPVA. And you can catch all the games live and free exclusively on pusup.com. Your game, your community. Join now. Powered by Smart, the official telco partner of the MPVA. At syempre, special thanks to our media partners, Smart Sports and Puso Pilipinas. Kaya mga kaliga, kapit lang po kayo because up next, it is going to be Binan versus San Juan to open things up here in our Saturday doubleheader dito sa MPVA, ang liga para sa lahat.
The 2025 MPVA season returns to the Caloocan Sports Complex here in Caloocan today for a Saturday doubleheader, and both teams fresh from a defeat, and both teams must have been really preparing to finally get that back on track win here. And as you can see here, you have Ekalia and Abetria, whom we expect him to go all out here for their respective team. Binan at Takjel going against San Juan Lady Knights here for our first match this Saturday afternoon. Good afternoon mga kaliga. This is Jong Panero, and here with me of course Loy Santa Maria sharing the panel. And Loy, this is a bittersweet story, Loy, because one team will have to go back to the winning column at yung isang team naman will have to wait because they have to experience another defeat here today.
Well, for both teams, again, they came from a loss, so everybody expecting to at least be motivated to bounce back from their loss. Well, both of these teams have also struggled because, of course, they started off strong, they won their first game, but the following games, natalo sila. So now they're expecting to at least bounce back from a heartbreaking loss.
Definitely, and that is something that we need to watch out, Loy, kung sino makabounce back at sino yung mananatili dito sa ating rock bottom. But for now, let's take a look at the current standing here of our teams here in the MPVA.
So our first team na nandito pa sa pinakaunahan ay itong Pasay. We have already played 5 games. They won 4 games and lost 1. Followed by Dasmariñas, who is a second in our team standings. Followed by Quezon, Binan, which is also playing for today's match. Followed by Negros, Marikina, San Juan, and Caloocan.
And of course, Pasay with 11 points already, experiencing just 1 loss, stumbled during their first match but was able to bounce back in their succeeding matches. But right now, tignan muna natin ang kupunan na maglalaro ngayon. Binan, powered by, of course, Arellano. And this year's lineup, Lloyd, the squad showed that it can still keep up and give a great match against defending champions, Quezon.
So again, from Binan's previous game, which was yesterday, their loss is like a replay of the last season's championship, which they fought against Quezon. And Binan is now backed by Arellano. And of course, with this match, these are still familiar faces. As you can see in our stats, it's really a very close fight, having Binan with 61 to 68 attack, similar in terms of blockings and almost in aces. However, they gave out more errors, which then gave an advantage for Quezon Tangerines.
Exactly, Loy. I like what you've mentioned, familiarity, because this team was able to face out each other before. But Loy, Arellano standout, we have here on screen, like at Tudlasan, who has been playing well for the team. Can she continue to generate points and help Binan from their first loss of the tournament?
As you can see, Laika Tudlasan, even with the despite collective effort of the team, somebody still stood out, and it is Tudlasan, which then contributed 17 points, composing of 15 attacks, 1 block, and 1 ace.
And on the other side of the court now, let's see ang mga katunggali dito ng Binan. San Juan, Lady Knights. San Juan swinging out with the win, Loy. During their first match, they gave so much impression because of their win against Marikina Lady Showmasters. At nakita natin dito, Loy, they started out the campaign with their opponent and winning a big and statement win.
So as you can see here, they lost to 3 sets lang. There's a huge gap in terms of our scoring, and one of the things that we can also consider is because of the absence ng some of their key players. So you can see in terms of attacks, halos kalahati ng pinakita nitong Negros. Negros dominated them in terms of attacks and as well as in aces. So it only tells one thing, that San Juan also needs to work on their reception as of the moment.
Exactly, but of course, no, if there's really one player that this team could actually bank on, of course, you have your Ekalia, very good on blocking, very good on net defense, at yung atake, napakatas ng porsyento dito.
And as we can see here, she also contributed in different departments such as attack and ace. She also has 1 block. And dito pinapakita ni Ekalia that she's really someone that is really motivated to at least clinch a win for her team.
Definitely, and let's see if Ikalia will continue to become a revelation dito for San Juan. But for now, let's hear some stories dito to Nico. Nico, bring it on.
Yeah, Jong and Lois. So I actually had the chance to speak with Binan head coach Obet, and he told me, coming from their game yesterday, fresh against Quezon, even if the win didn't go to their way, he said he's still proud of how the girls performed, to take it 5 sets against the defending champs, and he says he hopes to use that momentum and that collective effort to bring here against San Juan. Sabi nga niya, he wants girls like Laika Tudlasan and the rest of his squad to step up, especially in today's game, because they want to get the victory here in Caloocan. Kaya, balik sa inyo, Jong and Lois.
Well, definitely, and I think momentum is the name of the game right now, Loy. If you're San Juan, if you're Binan, there's really no room but to go up, and let's see which team can go back to the winning column after this match. And right now, of course, to all of our valuable fans, you can catch all the games live and free exclusively in pusop.com. Your game, your community. Join now, powered by Smart, the official telco partner of the MPVA. Special thanks to our media partner, Smart Sports and Puso Pilipinas. And Lloyd, I cannot really wait because one team could actually, and this win could actually set the tone for the rest of their season. So if you were to become one of the players for Binyanins One, for sure you're going to give all out here in this match, because right now, again, one fate will change and one fate will continue in this pair here in the MPVA.
Only projects, plans, play, games! With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable. For only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Well, the vision of MPVA is to discover our grassroots talent, in order for them to have the platform and the opportunity to showcase their talents, because not everyone, especially our young athletes, have been given the chance to play at a national or at a higher level, especially our young talents from Visayas and Mindanao. MPVA, or all of the sports leagues ni Manny, it's really a platform for them to grow, to be discovered by bigger leagues, not just in the country but also worldwide. Again, going back to the purpose, one major benefit would be to discover your local talents. No? Especially, for example, if you have a team in Cebu, if you have a team in Davao, in Iloilo, Boracay, and you have very very impressive players doon, you don't know where to showcase them, MPVA is the way. So we have very limited na mga leagues, especially volleyball leagues, and with MPVA and Manny Pacquiao behind it, I'm sure that your players will be given the exposure and the opportunity to be discovered by bigger leagues.
Well, 2025, we expect another exciting season. This is actually our second regular season, and we've got new teams. Malamang yan, kilala nyo naman yung mga players there because they are really strong teams in the university leagues. And of course, we will still follow the home and away. Whenever we have a chance to go to the local LGU of the team, we'll definitely do that. But most of the games will be within Manila. So again, it's accessible to all of our fans na manood ng live. And I'm sure there's gonna be a lot of new names that will be coming out na mapapanood natin na magagaling na volleyball players for this year.
Only projects, plans, play, games! With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable. For only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Presenting our officials for match number 15. First referee, Mr. J. Dediquito. Second referee, Mr. Michael Tero. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Caloocan Sports Complex in the city of Caloocan. This is the second season of Manny Pacquiao's Mahardika Pilipinas Volleyball Association, ang Liga para sa lahat. It's the first game of our Saturday doubleheader between Binan Arellano University Tatak Gel against San Juan DHTSI Lady Knights. Now it's time to meet the starting lineups for both teams. First, for the Binan Arellano University Tatak Gel. Middle blocker number 2, Sam Tira. Outside hitter number 7, Laika Tudlasan. Opposite hitter number 10, Moming Padillon. Outside hitter number 14, Fart Villaflores. Center number 15, Kat Tumasig. Middle blocker number 16, Kaisalin Punsalan. And their starting libero is number 12, Haram Sabalos. Binan is coached by Obet Javier. Now let's meet the starters for the San Juan DHTSI Lady Knights. Led by team captain, middle blocker number 8, Maya Manukay. Outside hitter number 2, Casey Baligid. Middle blocker number 5, Tony Nitura. Setter number 17, Tin Ekalia. Outside hitter number 19, Abigail Luval. Opposite hitter number 24, Myla Lim. And their starting libero is number 16, Aubrey Torzar. San Juan is coached by Bernie Crisologo.
And here comes the starting lineup here for Binan and San Juan. Binan, usual suspect tayo dito. You still have Tudlasan, Punsalan, and Villaflores who actually played really well in yesterday's game. And I think that's something that they need to maximize. While San Juan here, you have Manukay, Nitura, Balingit, and of course Noval coming back after starting as a libero here in San Juan. Loy, which team can bounce back from defeat and move up to our team standing? This will be really very interesting because again, one team can actually change their fate here in this match after getting a win, and one team will continue so far yet experiencing a defeat. And let's see now who will come out victorious here in this match in the beautiful Coliseum of Caloocan Sports Complex. And starting off this match, serving, of course, Catherine Dumasig. Loy, you know, Dumasig, I must say, is one for the books performance yesterday. I mean, as a setter, double-digit performance. And I'm talking about Loy, the scoring, and not on non-scoring department. I think she alone is the one of the highest performing players here for Binan.
Well, it's good na merong katulong itong Arellano. It's not only Dumasig, I would say. We have Villaflores, of course, Tudlasan, which was the last player of the game. But Arellano, Binan, is already starting off strong at this set.
And Loy, you're talking about they started strong. I mean, on an individual perspective, Loy, malalakas itong Binan, malalakas itong San Juan. But, I mean, they need to work as a collective. They need to have a collective effort because you cannot question the individual skills of each and every player na meron tayo dito. They need to check on that gelling and that collective effort na mag-work out for them to win.
I would say it's also an advantage for Binan that, of course, they're playing as Arellano, Lady Chiefs as well. And yung familiarity nila sa galaw, sa system, they all have it with them. And as compared dito sa San Juan, na composed of players na pinagsama-sama. So, I think yung gelling para sa team nitong San Juan, which was previously backed by Mapua Lady Cardinals, dapat bumalik dito.
Oo. Pero ang ganda ng punto mo dun, Loy. I was talking about the collective effort, and I think, yes, sabi mo nga, they've been playing for years already, so the familiarity is never an issue. But right now, both squads already started it really strong. They've already unleashed strong hits so far here for Binan and San Juan.
Now we have Tudlasan on the service line.
A running Nitura. here for San Juan. This will be a broken play. Getting through the block.
And a good contribution para dito kay Hart. Again, Hart, a very promising player. All throughout present siya sa mga games nila.
Mm.
And a very good hit na para naman dito kay Nitura. Dapat binabantayan niya, knowing
Oo.
na itong katapat niya si Hart Villaflores.
And Hart Villaflores yesterday, Loy, had a very magnificent performance. Actually, ang dami dito for Binan. It's not just unfortunately they didn't get that expected win kontra their opponent yesterday.
And even as early as now, Ekala is already showing off. Very good angle from a lefty.
And it is really very scary because ito si Kala can also manage to hit from the pipe. So that will be an additional option. How about that? Good cross-court kill coming from Villaflores.
But Villaflores already found a way to respond dun sa kita-kita na Ekala kanina.
And Villaflores yesterday, sabi nga namin ni Pon Loy kahapon, she is the silent operator. I mean, nothing so fancy and flashy, but right now, I mean, a little bit aggressive dito to Villaflores on her celebration and the way she attacks. And babalikan dito sa Villaflores, why not? 3 times the charm to Villaflores.
Again, na back-to-back. If I were the setter, talagang bibigyan ko si Villaflores, knowing that she's still on the fire as early as now. At itong maganda dito sa Binan, it's because kahit sinong player can stood out.
At nabilang mo ba, Loy, kung ilang beses na nasetan dito sa Villaflores? I think right now she's at 100% attacking rate, no? So dito kay Villaflores.
It just shows kung gaano siya ka-efficient dito sa attacking.
But let's take a look on that replay. Loy, this is something that San Juan missed their previous match. Yung presence ni Abigail Nuval. Roy, would you believe if I tell you that Nuval actually played as a libero during their last match? And grabe, yung missing link na yon, I mean, the puntos that Abigail Nuval could actually contributed to San Juan na wala. Because, I mean, she need to be converted as a libero during that match.
And yun nga, sayang. But now, pinapakita niya dito kung gaano siya ka-importante in terms of offense.
Okay, sayang. Kala ko mag-100%, but right now, dito, good dig there coming from Nuval. Good deflection, and that is another point for Binan.
It was, I think, a back row hit from Tudlasan.
Let's take
And
it one
still
more time.
kudos pa rin dito kay Noval for showing na at least may remnants pa rin yung pagiging libero niya kahapon with that good defense.
One more time. Breaking down that great wall. Dumasig on 1-2 play. 1-2 play ni Dumasig yesterday, Loy. Grabe, taas na porsyento. But this time, di magpapahuli dito. San Juan for a back-to-back point.
And I think it's time now na itong San Juan ay nakakapag-adjust na. Of course, still motivated by 3 consecutive losses.
Villaflores. Ekalia. They'll go back to Balingit this time. No. Villaflores will try. Villaflores, 3-on-3. And because of that hit, Loy, Villaflores with 4 points here for Binan, who will lead us to our first technical timeout.
Projects, plans, play, games! With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable. For only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
And catch all the games live and free exclusively on pusup.com. Your game, your community. Join now. Powered by Smart, the official telco partner of the MPVA. Special thanks to our media partners, Smart Sports and Puso Pilipinas. In Villa Flores, so far at 50% attacking efficiency dito. So the silent operator ng Binan. That is not the set that you like to give to your middle, but this time Balingit will try and breaking down the wall once again.
And it's good that we can now see na hindi lang si Ikalia nagsustood up dito para sa San Juan. Also have other players like Balingit. This is something that they really need right now. Because if isang tao lang yung gumagawa para sa kanilang team, mas mabilis silang mabantayan.
Oo. At hindi pwede yun, Loy, namin if they will be just relying to like one player, it will be very hard for them to get that elusive win. But that was a power spike presented by Smart Power all 9-9 load now.
And it's now good that we can see dito sa Binan na na-activate na nila yung kanilang mga middle attackers.
Exactly. Meanwhile, it was tira-tira, tama ba? And right now, si Punsalan. And it's really very important, Lloyd, that you set the tone, the tempo of the game by activating right away your middle blockers.
Kasi activation of middle is an indication na maganda yung pasa.
Oh yeah, well, good point. This time, wow! Ekalia once again.
Ikalia just showing na she's really eager to at least get a win.
Well, for sure, Lo, you have covered or watched the previous games of these two squads. Well, let's talk about Binan. What do you think right now with the aggressiveness na pinapakita ng Binan? What do you think they need to do in order for them to get back that win?
Well, kahapon, I would say sayang lang. Sayang yung pinakita nilang performance kahapon from their previous game against Quezon. Their last set just shows kung sino yung mas steady na team. So speaking of steady, that's what they really need to do right now. And if I were them, since kakagaling nga lang nila sa fifth set game kahapon, it's better if they can limit this to at least 3 sets lang.
Oh, yeah.
To at least makip yung energy nila.
And for sure, dun pa rin yung panghihinayang. I mean, that could be, that could be your win, a 5-setter match against Quezon. But this time, Ikalia, coverage is everywhere here for both squads. Long rally alert. Nuval, gagawa ng paraan. Villa Flores, wow, she's everywhere here.
He hit the net. Well, medyo miscalculated na din yun dahil nga coming from break ball and I would say sagad din yung set para ma-adjustan ito ni Tudlasan.
At yun yung nakakapanghinayang, Loy. I mean, it was a long rally. That could be your game. That could set the tone for the rest of this, for this entire match. Then, you commit an error.
Exactly.
Ikalia na naman. Dito, babalikan. Wow!
Good attack from Tudlasan to at least make up dun sa error kanina. And also, good decision from their setter na ibigay yun kay Tudlasan.
At Loy, bawing-bawi naman talaga si Laika doon after that error. Good cross-court kill from her. Good pass this time. Babalikan dito. Abigail Nuval. Oh, she has been dug. Tudlasan one more time. Off speed. Ikalia has been dug. She has been scouted here by Binan. Pupuntahan dito. Ikalia will try. And it's good.
And Ikalia's really on fire for this match. As you can see, ito si Ikalia, isa siya sa mga attacker na mahirap adyasan para dito sa Binan. Because apart from her power, she has a different angle because being a lefty is also an advantage. Speaking of Ikalia, another point showing that she's not only dominant dito in terms of net offense, but also in the first line of offense dito sa service.
And I must say, Lloyd, that Italia is a revelation. Dito for San Juan, well, just when you thought that, of course, you have Cuñada, Miralles, Nubal, Jiven Sabas, whom you're expecting na talagang gagawa ng puntos dito for San Juan. And there comes Italia right away, making her presence felt.
Fury, another
Oo.
name for San Juan.
This time, it appears as if this will be a long rally, no? Tinapos na dito ng Binan.
I would say a miscommunication from that last sequence. Well, kanina pa ina-attempt ni Tudlasan itong drop ball.
Oo,
pero
nakita mo din
however,
talaga.
nahuhuli pa rin siya nitong San Juan. And it's good that San Juan is more attentive than ever.
And I think they're different compared yesterday, Loy. I mean, these two squads, you feel the aura. They're totally different coming in here, stepping in inside the court as Nitura will try to do a quick. But this time, babalikan Kapitana Abigail Noval. Rejected by Tira-Tira.
Also, one of those players and blockers that we have to look out for para dito sa Binan ay si Tira-Tira. Very good read of blockings there.
And yesterday's match, itong dalawang to, Binan, it is a block party. Ay masaya nangyari dito. Error on the net. It will not help Binan.
And it's advantage for San Juan.
But here, Loy, kanina we talk about the things that San Juan need to do in order for them to win. I mean, Binan rather. Here for San Juan, I mean, most of the players, I must say, is veterans. A proven track record of winning games after another. What do you think San Juan need to do in order for them to finally, makuha ulit yung panalo what they did during their first match?
Well, for today's game, I'm pretty sure they're really motivated to bounce back, especially with 3 consecutive losses. But knowing that every other player, as compared dito sa Binan, na lahat sila familiar na. But for San Juan, even if they're veteran players, they still need to find at least itong kanilang pag-gel as a team.
Yeah.
Because everybody has skill-wise, it's all present. And we all know na coming from different collegiate, these players have different names,
Yeah.
have already built name from their previous games, especially in the collegiate. We have
Yeah.
Abigail Noval, have Ren Manukay.
Yes, Manukay.
And also, we're wondering why itong si Tin Miralles wala ngayon dito
Oh, yeah.
playing the court.
But I think Tin Miralles, she's been warming up earlier, but wala pa siya dito ngayon. But this time, I think like 3 consecutive points already here for San Juan.
And that's an attack coming from Balingit.
Mhm.
Good leap there, a good angle.
And this is the game that you want, no? I mean, from a team coming off from a loss. Not a one-sided kind of game because gusto mong makita yung bawi ng bawat kupunan. As meanwhile here, a protest. Villaflores is asking for a check. And Villaflores right now, she's trying to be very vocal. I mean, kahapon, even though one of the top scorers, very silent. And right now, I think she's way more comfortable. At yun naman talaga, Loy. Talagang hindi na natin may deny na ang puntos na yun will surely belong here for Villaflores. Isa ang kalamangan dito ng Binan as Villaflores after that attack will give us and lead Binan to our second technical timeout.
Play games with Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable for only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Nagbabalik ang Manny Pacquiao's MPVA. Jong and Lois, so speaking with the coaching staff of San Juan before this game, Coming from their loss against Negros, San Juan's coaching staff really stressed the importance of two key aspects of their team game, which they feel like they need to improve of heading into this game. Sabi nila, first ball and service. Yun daw talaga ang gusto nila pagtuunan ng pansin kung gusto nila makabalik sa win column. And that's actually one of the things they've been working on in practice. Yung nga lang, ang naging challenge nila sa team trainings, the chemistry. Because not everyone is able to attend training all the time. Syempre, these guys also have part-time work. And yung iba sa kanila, hindi naman full-time na nagva-volleyball. So it's been one of the training aspects and challenges para dito sa San Juan. But in today's game against Binan, they're hoping to overcome all of that. Just play with joy, have fun, and play with heart, and hopefully get themselves back in the win column dito sa MPVA. Balik sa inyo, Jong and Lois.
Thank you for that report, Tico. I would definitely agree that something that they need right now for San Juan especially is chemistry. Because again, they all are different players as compared, and we also have to consider na hindi at all times hindi present itong mga players in trainings because other than volleyball, they have other responsibilities as well. So what they really need right now is just to at least mag-gel as a team and to find the right system that can work for them, especially in the absence of some players.
And I think because of that, you would admire them. I mean, not everybody here is a full-time, doing this full-time. They'll a lot of responsibilities on their household pa din. And that's what you want to admire from them. Still, di ba? I mean, they're still on the top of their game. They're still continuing to inspire other players to be at their level. So, I mean, one great athlete, and pagmahal mo talagang volleyball, yung sports, I mean, it's really hard to resist and to say no. But meanwhile, dito, Loy, I like the seesaw of points here for San Juan and Binan, and we're tied at 17. This is the kind of valuable game that you're expecting for these two, as Ekalia one more time, breaking down that wall.
And it's really evident that San Juan is playing different right now.
And because of that, here comes Binan asking for a timeout. Let's listen in.
Dito yung depensa natin. Lalo pag pumapalo sila, tapos dahil sa hulog, di ba? Pag nakikita nyo yan, yung ang base nila basahin pag magkikwik sila eh. Tignan nyo na, presence of mind na lang tayo sa loob, ha?
Okay.
Okay na yung tatakin natin.
Okay na, diretso lang natin ha.
Lalabang na, ha?
Lamang na tayo.
Lalabang na tayo. Lalabang pa.
Lalamang pa.
Well, that performance from San Juan was enough to call for a timeout. And coach is just reminding his girls na you need to focus on the pattern ng defense. Because ito, para sa San Juan, nagbo-work na itong mga kanilang middle. But from that, San Juan did gain another service ace coming from Balingit.
And if you're Binan, Lloyd, there is that you want to respond or react after a timeout, di ba? But San Juan, so much aggressiveness, totally different Lady Knights compared yesterday. So much emotions right now for every player scoring a point here in this match.
And it's not good that they were able to activate. Actually, nakapagawa na nga ng play itong Binan. Having tira-tira sa decoy.
Ang ganda ng ng decoy doon ni tira-tira.
And it's a good response because kanina meron nga silang problema with the service. Then,
But yun lang, Lo, I mean, the momentum, no? I mean, it's been restricted because, again, napaputol dito ng errors, and I think that is something that, not only for Binan, but also for San Juan, that they need to work out and avoid.
and we'll see how Binan will respond to this.
Tira-tira again. It is tira-tira, Lo. I mean, basic volleyball lang. I mean, walang flashy or fancy on her attacks, but kita mo naman, very efficient and very effective.
Just a simple
Oo.
keeping of the ball. She just found the right spot. And para dito sa dalawang koponan, you would say, again, I've been mentioning kanina pa na these two are motivated to bounce back. But I think one of the reasons why San Juan is also performing this way is they have more time to prepare for this match na ito ang Binan, kakagaling lang ng game. 5th set match from yesterday.
Oh yeah.
But
Oo.
Hardy Villaflores is showing na parang hindi sila naglaro ng 5th set
Oo.
game kahapon.
Well, fifth set team Loy, I mean, fatigue could be a factor. I mean, here for Binan. And yung what could have been in the what ifs in their minds that they could have won that match against the defending champions that could still be playing in their heads. But because of that error, I mean, that will help Binan to stay really close dito sa San Juan.
That error came from Garcia. But still, Garcia from their previous game, she's one of those players that have contributed a lot para sa San Juan. Their service, I think from their last match, I think against Caloocan, if I'm not wrong, may tatlong consecutive aces yung pinaulan
Oh yeah.
that time.
Oo. Villaflores with so much aggressiveness in this match. One more time, Villaflores. That is not the set that she wants, but still was able to make out. One more time dito. Wow! Puntos coming from Manukay.
And very high valuable IQ there.
Oo.
And as you can see, it's an off-speed attack coming from Noval.
One more time, Villaflores ulit. Abigail Noval. Oh yes, that is Manukay rather. Noval gagawa ng paraan. Pupuntahan sa gitna dito. Punsalan.
Just a power tip.
And substitution. Service specialist Sheena Cafe will be inserted for sure for defense and service purposes. Let's see if her service and floor defense will be a factor and enough here for Binan to snatch the lead and get the first set. Villaflores one more time.
And from my tally, nagpaulan na ito si Villaflores with 7 points.
And of course, let's hear a timeout dito coming from San Juan Lady Knights.
Pam, hindi tayo pwedeng ganun. Ha? Isang pasa lang, tulong na kayo ni Obang. Isang pasa lang, mapapatay nila yan. Isang pasang maganda lang, mapapatay nila yan.
Well, passes from what we heard, yun ang kinakailangan ng San Juan ngayon. But upon observing from their timeout, I think coach is also specific with the position and yung cover ng kanilang mga depensa.
1-2 play.
Shows on the net.
And that good pass that na nag-timeout sila was not properly executed. Villaflores kanina pa gumagawa ng paraan. Loy, just like that, lamang ng Binan dito, 23-22.
And out of this 23, 8 na puntos ay nagmula dito kay Hart Villaflores.
Wow, 8 points alone in the first set. Villaflores is a different kind of species here right now for Binan.
And itong si Balingit, pinaraanan lang. Just trying to take advantage of the blocker's hands. And ito nga, itong dalawang kupunan, laban, pagitan ng mga veterano.
Oo.
Isang squad na very familiar na with all their system.
And we're San Juan is now at set point. Hindi na patatagalin to ng Binan. Another timeout here for Binan. Let's listen in.
Alam mo na, quicker ha, sa lang nila ng ano. Bantay ka na. Medyo gumento ka na. Maya, dito ka na banda sa open para kasi dalawa lang naman spiker, quicker na si Casey. Casey, kaya mo yon. Ganun na mo na agad, suklaban mo na agad. Sabayan mo siya. Pero wait, baka ibalik ng setter ha. Baka biglang igano ng setter. Alert ba sa likod ha? Baka ibalik
Big goal out, but let's see if San Juan can now pull and win the set kontra Binan, or Binan can push for an extension here.
Well, for Binan, they have to be reminded na currently, etong San Juan, lahat gumagana, lahat nakakapag-contribute. And from that last block coming from San Juan, it seems like nabantayan na nila.
Not yet daw, Loy, sabi ng San Juan, but this will be an opportunity for them. Villaflores again! Wow, Loy, we're tied at 24.
A very good wrist action coming from Villaflores.
And again, at Villaflores is really different here. Let's take a look. It's so good. We have to see it twice. Timeout dito for San Juan.
pag nila. Atin tong set na to, ha? Okay?
Laban natin.
Parehas kaming wala ng timeout. Parehas kaming wala ng timeout. Nasa sa inyo na, ha? Tara!
Yes, yes!
Well, a reminder lang dito kay coach na parehas lang ang walang timeout. So, there's no time to huddle. So, this now depends sa kung anong ipapakita nitong San Juan Lady Knights.
And oh my, I mean, first set pa lang, Loy, if our supporters can see us right now, we're on the edge of our seat. Because, I mean, of course, everyone here, I mean, both teams really wanted to get this first set. Could this be? Oh, the combination will not work. And that will be a point for San Juan. Set point number 2 for San Juan.
Ooh. Think it's nothing. We're hoping that it's nothing serious.
Oo. Konting pagpag lang daw yan. But let's see what happened on the replay. Oh, I think her knees hit the pole after she landed. Pressure is on now, Loy, for Binan to tie it at 25. Both coaches standing.
And Balingit signaling that she's okay, but
Yeah. Well, at least she's okay. And San Juan, Loy, I mean, mind you, they did this without their key players, Chaconyada. Miriales, wala din dito, di ba? Javin Sabas is also not playing here for San Juan yet. They're able to, I mean, look at our scores, 25 to 24 against the team who challenged the defending champions in 5 thrilling sets yesterday.
now we have Ren Manukay on the service line.
Could this be it, Ren Manukay? Safe serve. Oh! Just on cue, sabi ko ng safe serve. Na-jinx yata yun.
Miscalculated by Maya Manukay.
At yun naman kasi mahirap talaga, Loy, naman na mag-serve ka. Tapos you're on set point, di ba?
Exactly.
Tapos sobrang close ng score. Really so much pressure. Good pass there coming from Capitana Noval Icalia. Good save. But this will be a free ball, meaning an opportunity dito for San Juan. Babalikan. Combination Icalia. Kanino pupunta? Of course, Tudlasan. Oh! Set point number 3 dito for Binan.
They really needed that attack from Tudlasan. And again, Tudlasan, one of the key performers para dito sa Binan. That attack was just too much para madepensa nitong San Juan.
But San Juan, let's see if they can tie things up here. That will be outside. Which means here, Binan, because of that Regalan error coming from San Juan, will steal and get his first set contra San Juan. Well, that could be anybody's game, Loy. I mean, it could be like San Juan, but unfortunately, errors piled up here for San Juan. And Binan finally getting the first set, 26 to 24. 27 to 25 rather here. Binan getting the first set.
Projects, plans, play, game! With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable. For only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Only projects, plans, play, game! With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable. For only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now. Only projects, plans, play, game! With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable. For only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Only projects, plans, play, game! With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable. For only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Ha? Pwede yan. And 27 here to 25. Very close set to 1 dito. And sabi ko nga, that could still be anybody's game. And you're expecting this to be all out for someone looking for that elusive win. Set 1 Loy, I must say that a lot of players for each squad is really contributing points. For Binan, Villaflores, Tudlasan was a different kind of players compared yesterday. And the other side naman, you have Balingit and Ikalia doing the favor here for San Juan.
And of course, from that last set, we saw na akala natin the moment was already on the side of San Juan. But because of those unforced errors, nakuha nitong Binan ng panalo. Something that
Yeah.
they really need to work on right now, especially when there's pressure, close fight. But still, both teams gave out a very spectacular performance. We have Ekalia, again, sabi mga Ekalia para sa San Juan, and we have Villaflores para sa Binan.
And here right now, if you're San Juan, I know it's really hard to move on after that error. But right now, before that, let's take a look on their stats.
Well, for the attacks, itong Binan, we can see na nag-dominate 20 to 16 by San Juan in terms of blockings. But again, itong opponent errors ay nakatulong din sa Binan kahit papano para makuha nila itong first set against the Lady Knights.
What I'm afraid and worried about right now, Loy, is that for San Juan, I mean, they're on fire. That set 1 that could still be anybody's match. Pero I do hope that error will not stick in their heads. I mean, it's really hard to play if there's a lot of what ifs and what could have been running in your head. But of course, dito, Binan, expect mo na may momentum to. Tulad niyan, sisimulan natin ang puntos dito for Binan.
Well, meron ng confidence para dito sa Binan because again, nakakuha na sila ng isang set. They only need 2 more sets para mapanalo itong game na ito. But also, para dito sa San Juan, medyo heartbreaking, I would say. Dahil nga, sayang They almost had it. But of course, because of those errors na malapit na with the match point, it was already put at their disadvantage.
Patignan natin dito because 2 straight points here. For Binan, pupuntaan dito ni Tura. No. Tira-tira. They'll go to Ekalia. Abigail Duval, that is outside.
And I think she was also asking for a check ball, but not granted.
And of course here Binan starting out really strong here contra San Juan. Let's see now. Well, almost an ace here for Binan, but they're gonna give the opportunity back here to the ladies in pink. Make it 4-0 run for Binan.
And now, tira-tira is activated for this set. And kanina nga sabi natin, itong mga atake ni tira-tira, hindi naman ganun kalakas.
Oo.
But she still managed to gain a point for her team. Tamang
Diba?
placement lang.
Exactly. But this time, Abigail Noval, who used to be a libero in their previous match, is now back to her original position as an outside hitter. Ekalia gagawan dito ng paraan. Nitura, oh! Finally a point here for San Juan.
And even with that, I would say itong si Ekalia, madami rin siyang variety of attacks. Something that can deceive itong kanilang mga kalaban. Because with the help of Nitura, guarding that net, confusing Binan's defense.
And I think that is a much needed back-to-back point here for Ekalia. And not only for Ekalia, I mean for her team, for San Juan. They need to get back that momentum, Loy, that fire that we saw here for San Juan during the first set.
Ekalia with a good serve from that last service.
Long rally dito, tira-tira. Oh, good dig. Duval will give out a free ball. Now this is an opportunity dito. Combination, no! Still working here. Pupuntan dito. That will be an easy one. Abigail Duval, kapitana, gagawa ng paraan. One more time. Oh, good coverage. What a coverage here for both squads. Tira-tira again. Loy, very consistent tira-tira. She doesn't need any fancy flashy attacks as long as she can contribute a point here for Binan.
And again, volleyball, it's not always about power, strength.
Oo.
Sometimes just enough volleyball IQ to find the right spot and the right hole.
At yun pa, di ba, it doesn't have to be powerful. No sweat ka pa. Di ba? Chill na chill lang dito si tira-tira, yet really very efficient dito sa gitna.
And it just shows na very observant siya.
And that is really very important if you're a middle. Kasi, I mean, you need to see also the defense ng opponent. But meanwhile, Abigail Noval scoring off the block point here for the Lady Knights.
And Abigail Noval taking advantage of Padillon's block. And if I were the blocker para dito kay Noval, you have to make sure na talagang payong mo yung blockings mo because we all know how veteran etong si Noval. So she really knows how to take advantage of the blocker's hands.
Certainly. Abigail Duval one more time. This time, easy one. Sa gitna, no? That has been easily be tira-tira again. Well, we saw during the first set, Villa Flores. This time, tira-tira. Manning in leading the scoring for Binan.
So as we mentioned kanina, we needed someone na magiging katulong nito ni Villa Flores para sa kanilang kupunan. But now we have tira-tira already showing us that she's also there.
Abigail Lubal naman dito, of course, as one of the veterans, leading the way here for the Lady Knights.
And again, I've been saying, Noval really knows how to take advantage of the blocker's hands.
And Lo, ito si Noval, I mean, not the tallest of an outside hitter, di ba? But yet, I mean, good valuable IQ, I must say.
And this just shows kung gaano sila ka-veterano bilang isang manlalaro.
Balingit, I think right now, San Juan finally getting that fire back on.
Balingit. A very explosive attack.
Oo, kanina pa. And speaking, Loy, of being explosive, Villa Flores on that attack and a denial there by Punsalan, giving Binan a 2-point lead here contra San Juan.
And it's good na bumabalik na sila dito kay Villaflores. But also, it's also a strategy na hindi lang dapat sa isang player binibigay because at some point, mababantayan ng kalaban. At an error, service error from Binan is of course an advantage pa dito sa San Juan Lady Knights. Something that both teams needs to minimize.
And kanina pa, Lois, during the first set, sobrang dikit ng scores natin dito. And now we're tied at 7. The first deadlock here in the second set, courtesy of Italia.
And Ikalia now present in all department
Wow.
para dito sa kanyang kupunan. Well, still, kudos pa rin dun sa set kanina. Because underhand set for middle, minsan mahirap i-execute yon. But still, Ikalia was there.
Oh. Good hit dito, Loy, coming from Villaflores. 3-man block, and you see the respect here of the blockers. Let's see on the replay. 3-man block, but it's not enough for the ball to go outside now. Villaflores will lead Binan to our first technical timeout.
Fans, play, games! With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy! Simply reliable for only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now!
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Back to live action here in Manny Pacquiao's MPVA. You know, Binan, coming from that thrilling 5-set game against Quezon yesterday, in the dugout, it was all about focusing on the positives for head coach Obet Javier and of course, one of their main players like Tudlasan. Sabi nga ni Coach Obet, maganda yung naipapakita namin kung collective effort at sama-sama kaming sumusunod sa game plan. He even told me yesterday's game may not have gotten their way, but it was a huge confidence boost for players like Tudlasan and their teammates to be able to take the defending champs to 5 sets. And he also realized kung sama-sama daw sila, if they're all on the same page, they can compete with the top teams here in the MPVA. And you know, he even told me na-appreciate ni Coach Obet yung pagiging coachable ng players niya. He said, all his girls are willing to learn, willing to improve, and just get the good in each and every game. Sabi nga niya, wala naman perfectong player. Ang importante, matuto sa mga pagkakamali at bumawi agad sa errors. So, looking good for Binan as they're up 1 set. Balik sa inyo, Jong and Lois.
Well, thank you for that report. I think it's also an opportunity for Binan na ma-expose, especially being up against a veterans player. So, it helps them to at least build an experience para paglaro sila. And of course, para ma-expose nga again dito sa iba't ibang set ng skills, not only limited to the collegiate league.
And I like that, Loy. I mean, it is not every day that you can face veterans players, no? It's different from collegiate. And for sure, many are still playing in their collegiate league. Well, at least there's something that they can bring if they're gonna go back to their collegiate. And I think this is a good experience for them. But meanwhile, Loy, I mean, what I said since set number 1, really very close. A lot of players, I must say, now contributing here for both squads.
Again, it's been Ikalia stepping up for her squad.
Dito naman, Binan. Oh, miscommunication tayo dito. An opportunity ni Tura. One more time, reloading it back to Nitura. Let's see now, Abigail Noval.
Just the right angle hand position for Noval. And again, her volleyball IQ is truly remarkable. As you can see, swiping off the ball to the blocker's hands.
Veteran move here to Abigail Noval. That's why Binan will call for a timeout. Let's listen in. And this time, so far, Loy, it is the biggest lead. Imagine the biggest lead that we have after the first technical timeout is by 2. And right now, good strategy here for Binan because slowly itong San Juan, they're already getting the momentum that they need. And if you're Binan, you want to stop that as early as now. But of course, we will be waiting, Loy, on how exactly the Binan team will respond after that timeout.
Of course, we wanted to see na mag-translate. Even, for sure, Coach Obet wants to see how the timeout will translate for his players.
Binan right now. Well defended the net defense here. For San Juan is still present, and just like that, no entry for San Juan.
Then another point from Ekalia. Really a veteran player. As you can see now, present siya, blockings, offense, and as well as defense.
At ang ganda ng timing. I mean, she's not the tallest of a valuable player, of an outside hitter, but kita mo naman timing. Like what? Ilang blocks na ba dito sa Ikalia? 2, 3 here in this match.
And I think if I'm not wrong, more than 10 na yung natataling score nito ni Ikalia.
Wow. Well, this time, gagawa ng paraan. Just swiping off the hands.
And that point came from Abitria. And kanina medyo silent itong si Abitria, but now she's showing off. It's not only Heart Villa Flores right now.
And that's what I'm about to say, Lo. I mean, Abitria is silent. I mean, I think, if I'm not mistaken, that is her first point here in this match. Well, if they need, an explosive performance, kailangan magsabay-sabay talaga rin sila Abitria at Villa Flores.
Abigail Navas keeps on getting a point para dito sa mga check ball. Actually, majority of her attacks and her points came from check ball.
At kita mo itong San Juan din, I'm slowly, every player is chipping in points, Loy. Every player, has something to bring into the table.
Exactly.
And just like that, 14-10 in favor of San Juan.
At malinis na attack coming from Noval. Ayun, wala nang check ball. Just the right angle targeting that zone.
Pinuna mo daw kasi, Loy, na puro check ball ito si Abigail. And this time, a clean hit. This will be, finally, a point here for Binan.
And at least, more players are already stepping up para dito sa Binan. Having San Juan with 4-point advantage, now 3-point advantage. Slowly but surely, Binan now catching up.
Ekalia from the back. Reverse set here for Binan. Denied. Protesting but no whistle coming from our first referee. Abigail Nubal will try to reload that one. That will be a check ball for Abigail.
And another point because of a check ball. Yung precision ni Noval, yung decision making niya. It's truly remarkable para dito sa pinapakita niya ngayon. And we heard rinig din naman natin na check ball talaga yung ngayon.
But what's happening to Binan, Loy? I mean, there seems to be quiet right now. Literal and figuratively, they are quiet. But hindi daw.
I think narinig ka ni Padalyon.
Hindi daw, sabi ni Padalyon.
I think one of the factors din is because maybe complacent. They already had one set advantage. Can also be because medyo talagang na-outperform na sila nitong San Juan.
Oh yes, that could be a factor too. Aspadillon one more time. Back-to-back points, 2 straight points here for Binan.
Now we have Tira on the service line.
Tira by all means did some wonders in net defense since the very first set. Abigail Nubal from check ball to breaking down the wall. And because of that, San Juan here is leading by Binan by 3 points. Let's take a look, Loy. Reverse set, Abigail Nubal, she's everywhere and she means business here to San Juan. 16-13 and San Juan leading us to our second technical timeout.
Play game. with Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable for only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
And catch all the games live and free exclusively on pusup.com. Your game, your community, join now. Powered by Smart, the official telco partner of the MPVA. Special thanks to our media partner Smart for Sports and Puso Pilipinas. At just like that, Loy, kanina, just when we thought that Binan will not be silent, di ba? Ito namang San Juan responding 3 consecutive points as Villa Flores struggling here. In the entire second set, she's quiet. She's quiet here right now.
I would definitely agree to that. Well, again, sa pagiging tahimik nito ni Heart Villa Flores, had tira-tira stepping up. We also have the likes of Padillon.
Oo.
But now it seems like kapag lumalapit yung score nila dito sa gap with the Lady Knights, napaparaanan ng San Juan.
And right now, San Juan with the biggest lead so far for this entire match. 18-13. And Loy, as you can see, my combination play, I mean, we know it will not be possible without that good receive. And what a liberty. Make it 6-point lead here for San Juan.
And it's one way para at least medyo effortless way to gain a point is through the service.
Oh, yes.
While showing how veteran she is, how controlled the ball is. However, after that ace, you have service error.
But of course, here for San Juan, they should not be complacent. Well, remember during the first set, I think they also have like 4 points, but nahabol dito ng Binan yun.
Yeah.
So no complacency here for San Juan. They need to learn from their from that experience. But dito pupuntahan Punsalan.
And now Punsalan activated. And kanina ito isa si Punsalan sa mga medyo tahimik para sa kanyang kupunan. But now we have Tin Merales.
Yes.
One of the best blockers in the NCAA during her
Yes.
time.
Let's see if Tin can be a factor here. Right away, binigyan na kagad dito ng bola. Denied there. Dito, Icalia sa likod. Oh! Oh, good save. Ball is still alive. Combination. Coverage is on point here for Binan, but this will be an opportunity now for San Juan as Tin Merales. No, this will still be a deflected by Binan. Villa Flores. Wow, Loy, long rally here. We've seen a lot. Whoa! Binan on that 1-2 play.
And a good decision there by Punsalan. Oh, I think it's Domasig.
Yeah.
Just when you least expect it. 1-2 play.
At nagulat doon yung depensa ng San Juan.
And ito na nga yung sinasabi natin.
Oo.
San Juan starting off strong. But what they need is consistency.
Oo, especially yung mid-game. At ituloy bumabalik na yung laro ni Villa Flores dito. But meanwhile dito, because of that momentum gaining by San Juan, you expect that, Binan rather, you expect that San Juan here will call a timeout. Has Binan able to cut the lead to 3 here? Let's listen in.
Pwede, tapos pwede mo siya itumba, tapos sa likod si Casey, pwedeng ganon. Ha? Isang ikot lang. Oo. Isang ikot lang Go, tara. Isang laban na palo lang.
And from that timeout, coach is only asking para sa isang ikot lang. Just to break off itong pinapakita ng Binyan ngayon because slowly, mahabol sila dito sa Kalamangan.
But now, let's see if they can translate that here. Tin Mirales, the running Tin Mirales. Villa Flores denied, but the ball is still alive. This will be an opportunity now here for San Juan. Not yet. This will be a point finally here for the Lady Knights.
A very good adjustment there by Balingit. So you can see from that last frame, medyo may confusion pa sa kanila ni
Oo.
Mirales. But it seems like Mirales acted as a decoy again. A good adjustment there again by Balingit.
Oh!
Miscommunication para dito sa San Juan Lady Knights.
And you don't want that to happen. I mean, those easy points, Loy, that you give out to your opponent, at most especially, we are already in the final stretch. Last stretch dito ng set number 2. And you know, every point at this very moment in time is really very important. It really matters. Especially sobrang dikit ng laban natin dito.
Now we can see Alona Kagwikla, substitute for Padillon.
And this is just a 2-point game that Binan need to recover. Good serve. This will be a set. Back set to Ikalia. Balingit rather, that is inside.
And again, Balingit just found the spot. And again, it's not that very powerful attack. As you can see, she was just targeting that spot. Because alam niyang walang tao.
Mirales targeting Villa Flores. This will be, water recovery here for Binan. This could be it. Pupuntahan dito, Balingit! Parang wala nang bukas naman yung palong ni Balingit doon.
Balingit with that very good leap. As you can see, yung buwelo ni Balingit, isa yun sa factor kaya naiibabawan niya yung bola. Very good wrist action.
And that was a power spike presented by Smart Power All 99. Load now.
Unfortunately, errors are again piling up on the side of San Juan.
This time, you know, sabi ko, I mean, it is exactly what happened, Lloyd, during the first set. No? Just when we thought that San Juan magtutuloy-tuloy na, could steal that first set. But I think here in the second set, they mean more business here over Binan as Nitura activated na dito for San Juan.
And just a power tip from Nitura. I think this is her first point this match.
And right now dito, Binan will be calling out a timeout. I mean, I think this will be, you know, a good strategy as well. I mean, it is really pretty obvious that the momentum Loy half shifted dito to San Juan, and Binan here hoping that the timeout could somehow freeze the momentum here for San Juan. Now tignan natin, Loy, if San Juan can tie things up here with Binan with one set apiece, or if Binan can still make their Cinderella run like what they did during the first set and still snatch this lead over to San Juan. And this is now with the hands of the very fierce and fiery Balingit serving here for San Juan. Villa Flores, good reception. Pupuntahan, targeting Balingit. This will be Ekalia gagawa ng paraan. But this time, tira-tira. Nuval adjusting. Coverage is present here. And long rally right now. Ekalia one more time. Oh!
A good block there by Ekalia. And if it won't work, para sa kanyang mga atake. At least she'll be contributing para dito sa defense department.
At kanina, Baloy, yung blocking ni Ekalia made all the difference, especially here for San Juan.
Kalya already contributing more than 10 points for this match.
Wow. This time, Abigail Noval will try. If this could... Oh, not yet, says Binan. Villa Flores. Abigail Noval. This time, tira-tira. Miss-hit. Abigail Noval will try to give out a free ball. They'll be going to the open. Outside, and we're tied at one set apiece here. And this is the kind of game, Loy, that you expect for a match for both teams who made hungry because of those losses. Again, one team will go home with a win on their leaderboard, and one team will continue to suffer and feel the desperation of not winning. Again, 25-19 in favor of San Juan.
Projects, plans, play, game! With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable. For only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Only projects, plans, play, game! With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable. For only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Only projects, plans, play, game! With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable. For only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Only projects, plans, play, game! With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable. For only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
(25-19) and San Juan Lady Knights was able to tie things up here to Binan with one set apiece. And this is what you were really expecting for, Loy, for both squads who looking for that elusive win here in this match.
Well, for San Juan, they really reclaim kung ano yung gusto nilang mangyari from the previous set. We have the likes of Noval showing us her veteran move. We also have Ekalia in terms of efficiency and attacks and as well as blockings. And also another player stood out para sa kanilang kupunan. And I would say it's Balingit, which have already contributed na, I think, 7 points for this match. And para naman dito sa Binan, I think somehow, naging complacent dahil nga nakakuha na sila ng isang set. Something that they really need to work on to at least gain their momentum back. And for this, we can see how San Juan dominated in terms of attack, and I would say it's a collective effort from the Lady Knights, and Binan gave out 10 points. And as you can see here, sa lahat ng department, even if they gave out more errors as compared to Binan, they still managed to clinch the second set.
And I think, Troy, that is important. Yun nga, despite giving away more errors, sabi mo nga, they still managed na makabawi at mabuntos dito. At the question dito is that after that win in the second set, would Binan learn their lesson to not be complacent? Or if Binan would continue to aflame that momentum and win this third set here contra Binan. But right now, itong San Juan drawing the first blood. This will be an easy one. Opportunity dito ngayon ni Tura. Baby, that one. Villaflores, we have not heard her name much during the second set.
And ngayon, itong si Heart Villaflores, not only showing na kung gaano ka-powerful yung mga attack niya, but she also showcased itong kanyang valuable IQ. Smart move there by Villaflores.
And she's on deck here to serve. Ikalya sa likod. I mean, that Ikalya's attack from the pipe has been an option dito already. First and one. As Nitura, this time pupuntahan dito. Punsalan, oh, that is inside. Tudlasan rather.
And very helpful attack coming from Padillon with that cross-court attack. Nobody was there. I think para sa side ng San Juan, they anticipated na mag-outside yung bola.
Villaflores again. And that soft touch didn't work for Abigail Noval. This will be a free ball. An opportunity here for San Juan. Noval has been denied. Pupuntahan dito. Coverage, Noval. Nitura will try. Another opportunity here for San Juan. Let's see if they can finally convert a point. Abigail Noval. Villaflores is doing magnificent at the back. Surely this will be a chance for Binan as they go reverse to Padillon. Oh! Almost a point. Smart move coming from Abigail. 1-2 play will work here for San Juan.
Now, that was a long rally for both teams. And of course, a very smart move there by
Haba ng
Liam.
lari. Ako yung napagod, Loy, eh.
And yun talaga minsan yung nakakapatay eh. Just when you're not expecting and mas may execute talaga maayos yung mga 1-2 plays at those times.
This will be... good pancake save. But as per first referee, it touches the floor. Puntos tayo ngayon dito. Balik ang puntos sa Binan.
And it's now time for Binan to take advantage of those errors. Kanina ang dami ding error but still, nakuha pa rin ng San Juan Lady Knights ang panalo. It just tells that they really need to work on something.
Yeah, couldn't agree more. It's Abigail Noval. Denied there. May tira-tira. And that was the game's community camp powered by pusupi.com. Your game, your community. Join now.
Tira-tira now with 5 points for this match. Of course with attack as well as blockings.
Free ball now here for San Juan. Let's see now. Abigail Noval has been denied. Here for Binan, one more time. Over the hands of the blocker. Scoring a point here finally for Binan.
Now we're hearing a lot more from Tudlasan. Now she's already stepping out.
And that was this game's community camp powered by pusupi.com. Your game, your community. Join now. Good serve. Well, this will be adjusting dito Javen Sabas. What a set! But it misses the line.
Now errors are piling up on the side of Binan. And ito na yung dapat nilang bawasan as early as now. Because currently the momentum I think is still on the side of San Juan.
Tutlasan now is becoming more intentional and stronger on her attacks.
Lasan, maingay na para sa set na to.
Oo.
And the difference is,
Oo.
for San Juan, lahat sila gumagana eh. In all set, lahat may magandang distribution. But para dito sa Binan, seems like from time to time, isa-isa lang yung yung spotlight, I would say.
Para nag-usap-usap sila, oh, ako sa set 1 ha, ikaw naman na set 2. But you know, it will not work. You know, we're doing this a running joke, but that will not work. I mean, in each and every set, everybody should bring something in the table. And just like that, I think nakatoka yata ngayon, Loy, si Tudlasan for set number 3.
Now, Tudlasan on the service line. So, it only means that etong si Heart Villaflores
Oo.
ngayon ang nasa first line.
Let's see if we can see the same Heart Villaflores na nakita natin.
But that attack from Ecalia was just too much para madepensahan nitong Binan.
At grabe yung consistency here, Loy, ni Kalia. I mean, since the very first time, the very first moment that she stepped in here inside the court, I mean, she wants it. You can feel the way that she spiked the ball, you can feel it that she wants it. But meanwhile, dito, tira-tira, scoring a point here for Binan, giving us the first technical timeout. Let's take a look one more time. That good back set and that quick hit coming from tira-tira. First technical timeout. Finally, Binan leading us here over San Juan by 3.
Play game with Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable for only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Nagbabalik ang MPVA, ang liga para sa lahat. Now, Jong and Lois, I know she has yet to check in the game, but I got the chance to speak with one of the key and experienced players from the squad of San Juan, Cha Cunyada. And she actually told me that wherever her career takes her, the passion for the sport will always be there. The NCAA Season 98 beach volleyball champ and MVP shared with me that her love for volleyball actually began when her elder sister, Pearl Cunyada, first introduced the sport to her when she was only 14 years old. So grade 8 pa lang, varsity na siya. And tinanong ko rin siya anong mensahe niya sa mga aspiring volleyball players. She said, lagi niyo pong tandaan kung saan kayo nanggaling. You know, growing up in the province of Misamis Oriental, she wants to play hard every chance she gets. Sabi niya, ang mentality ko every game, play hard lagi. Kasi nasanay ako, nung bata pa ako, kalaro ko mga lalaki at mas matanda pa sa akin. Kaya lahat sila ang lalakas pumalo. Doon siya nasanay na kumuha ng dig ng malakas, doon pumalo ng malakas. Tapos semento pa yung nilalaro nila. So for her, it's about bringing that kind of mentality wherever she goes. Kaya hanggang ngayon, andyan pa rin yan. Balik sa inyo, Jong and Lois.
And I'm pretty sure na it's not only because lalaki yung mga kasama niya, but it also shows na ang mga babae can also be as powerful as, especially in sports. And dito nakikita natin even though hindi siya napasok. Of course, Cunyada with a reputation, have also played in the pros. You can see na despite not being inside the court dito sa mga previous set, we can see na everybody can work
Exactly.
for her squad.
And you know, my sentiments here is that despite not having the service of Cunyada, of Tin Miriales, and a very limited minute, but you know, San Juan, they're gelling really well. And without them, still, I mean, there are still other players that the coach can pull off from the bench. But I think, Lloyd, this is a different story now. We see a different Binyan team. You know, they're more active. They are more celebratory on the points that they've earned. Tignan dito, Jivin Sabas, I think one of the only veterans inside the court, inside the roster dito. Pantalion here for Binan is active here.
And ito nga, another player stepping up. We do have Padillon.
And that was a power spike presented by Smart Power. All 9-9 load now. And slowly, Lo, I think the reason why na lamang dito ang Binan ng 3 is nagsasabay-sabay. I mean, tudlasan kanina, Padillon dito sa opposite. So I think that is one of the factors na masasabi ko why here Binan is leading and up by 3.
Exactly. Good read there by Nitura. Guarding that net. That's her second point for this match.
And I'm interested right now, Lloyd, to see because Ekalia, their leading scorer, is at the back for the service line. So it is up with Javen Sabas and Nitura to be the number one options here of offense on the side of San Juan. As meanwhile, Villa Flores and Padillon and of course Punsalan as is the options here for Binan. Villa Flores will give a free ball but not an easy one. Oh!
Little confusion there para side ng San Juan.
And Javen Sabas apologizing right away. Sayang yun. Well, I think the intention is to pass the ball. Unfortunately, it's way too low. Villa Flores is at the back, which means, Loy, ito si Bagyong Tudlasan nandito sa harap.
And ang ganda nung planning ng pagka-diagonal nila.
Oo.
Performance of Tudlasan, kapag nasa likod siya, will be filled in by Heart Villa Flores, which is also a very effective attacker for Binan.
And Javen Sabas, Loy, redeeming herself after that error. Redeeming with a statement. Let's kita mo naman sa replay. So much muscle and power on that hit.
And that powerful attack was not enough para ma-block itong Binan.
Villa Flores. Tudlasan with a swing. Wow.
Again, Tudlasan, one of the players now stepping up. And again, ito nga, salita na sila ngayon.
Oo.
Kung sino mang attacker ang mabibigyan ng bola.
And Loy, more likely than not, pag sila ay kayong tumatalon, alam mong pupuntos eh. Oh, that's too low. Puntos, dito mapupunta sa Binan. And let's talk about the outside hitters here, Loy. I mean, for Binan, sabi mo nga, whether it is Villa Flores or Tudlasan is in front or at the back, wala kang tapon. Both can do offense. At pag nasa likod naman, they are not a liability on defense because both are good in defense too, Loy. They covered really and they dig really well.
Now we have Maya Manukay attacking in the middle. So para dito sa San Juan, they have two attackers nasa front line ng setter.
Tudlasan. Grabe naman talaga yun. From the way it sounds, you know it is a point here for Laika Tudlasan.
A very explosive attack from Tudlasan. And sobrang reliable ng mga open spikers ng Binan for this match.
This time, kanino pupunta? Pinuntahan si Balingit. A showdown of Balingit and Tudlasan here today.
And para dito sa Binan, sobrang ganda ng mga distribution sa kanila ng mga bola. Lahat nabibigyan, but at the same time, lahat nakakapag-contribute. They all know how to convert every chance into a point.
And these teams, Binan and San Juan, they're playing 100% improvement compared to the previous matches. Balingit naman. Well, good dog there. Coming from Laika Tudlasan. Tudlasan on that free ball. Balingit one more time, just doing what Tudlasan did. But this time, 1-2 play again. Will work here for Binan.
Again, another good decision there by Domasi.
And San Juan, Lloyd, they need to be extra careful. Again, Dumasig on a almost double digits as a setter in their previous match.
And we have to be reminded na it's also an advantage para dito sa isang setter like Domasig na isang lefty because maganda yung angle and she can also be an attacking setter.
Oo.
So, labanan ng mga lefty ang meron dito
Wow.
sa Binan.
Oo.
We have Ekalia for San Juan. We also have the attacking setter.
Grabe yun. I mean, a lot could be a factor in this game. Just like that powerful hit of Loy of Laika, Tudlasan is here today. Hero Binyan, strong hits, loaded services here will give Binyan their first technical timeout.
Unli projects, plans, play, games! With Smart Unli 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable. For only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Catch all the games live and free exclusively on pusup.com. Your game, your community. Join now, powered by Smart, the official telco partner of MPVA. Special thanks to our media partner Smart Sports and Puso Pilipinas. Well, this is a very convincing, emphatic lead here for Binyan. And of course, just what you've expected from a team, Loy, who've challenged the defending champions to, I mean, not only yesterday, but last year's finals. But here comes San Juan.
We have another point coming from Casey Balingit.
They need to compensate the power, what Tudlasan is showing us here right now. But Loy, pansin mo, I mean, this is the secret. I mean, the team who have the more players na nagko-contribute, I mean, they have the advantage over the other.
And from that last frame, ang ganda talaga ng mga decision making ni Domasi. Especially with that 1-2
Oo.
plays.
Villa Flores. Oh. Joust after joust after joust, but this time Loy winning by Nitura of San Juan.
And a very smart move. Nitura showing that her presence of mind.
Oo.
I think that last point was guarded by Ekalia.
Good pass dito from Tudlasan. Villa Flores catches the line. The block point here. Block party tayo dito for San Juan. Nitura and Akalia teaming up on that block.
And you can see here kung gaano attentive itong San Juan. Kanina with their floor defense. Now, in terms of their net defense, you can see yung presence of
Oo.
mind nila.
This time, Abigail Naval, well, has been guarded, I must say, since the early part of this third set. From the back, dito Balingit, pupuntahan Villa Flores. Oh! 4 touches already here.
Now, Villa Flores just showing how effective she is. And ito yung maganda kay Villa Flores eh. I think one of the reason why sa kanya binibigay yung bola is nabibigyan niya talaga ng justice
Oo.
yung mga set na binibigay sa kanya.
And sabi mo nga, what a perfect combination, combo ng dalawang Tudlas and Villa Flores. But meanwhile dito, for San Juan, it has been Olicalia. With a little bit of Noval, with a little bit of Balingit. But everybody really should chip in dito for San Juan.
Exactly. And Ikalia really knows how to respond.
Abigail Noval, this time, dito with a powerful hit, Padilyon. Abigail Noval!
And again, Noval really knows when to put power to all her attacks.
And I think Abigail Noval already mastered Loy, the art of breaking down the wall. Kanina pa
Definitely.
eh. And this time, here, 18 to 16, if Loy, if you're San Juan, you don't want to be discouraged because this is just a 2-point lead and this could still be anybody's game. But of course, if you're Binan, all you want is to take care of this 2-point lead until you reach 25 and win the set.
And I think we're pretty sure that Binyan already wants to at least hindi na pahabain or maprolong itong match na ito.
But right now, since we are on halfway through of finishing this set, let's see who will take home the bacon here. Whether it's San Juan or Binyan, because both squad Lloyd still they're on the momentum.
Exactly. So exchanges of points
Oh,
nakikita natin dito for both squads.
Abigail Noval one more time. This will be Villa Flores' turn. Oh! Grabe lang. Simple yet very effective power tip dito coming from Heart Villa Flores.
A very good leap. So you can see, ang ganda ng buwelo niya eh.
Mm.
But of course, when everybody was expecting a powerful attack, it's just the right time for Heart Villa Flores for a drop ball.
And mind you, Lloyd, that is not an easy set. Coming from behind.
Exactly. Coming from break ball
Oo.
and yung adjustment there.
Totoo. Wow! Umuusok pa naman talaga yung palo ni Laika Tudlasan on that hit. Giving San Juan a timeout here. Let's take it one more time. It's so good, we have to see it twice.
A very cannon-like attack from Tudlasan.
Tignan natin na kaya pa yan na. Malapit na yung score.
Sige, sige, isa tayo, isa tayo. Yes, sir!
And this timeout can actually be a strategy for coaches as well. To at least break off or shake off the momentum and build an atmosphere for their teams.
Of course. Well, let's see if that timeout affects the momentum that Binyan have it right now. But meanwhile, dito for San Juan, they had that momentum during the first set. And again, this is a 4-point lead. We're on the verge of ending this third set. So I mean, they need to get a point here because it's really very scary na to have your opponent having 2 sets to 1 advantage. As Tudlasan scoring a point here again for Binyan.
And I think the drop balls are working para dito sa kupunan ng Binyan. Yes, you can see something that San Juan needs to work on right now.
This time, Heart Villa Flores continues to serve here for Binyan. As Abigail Luval combination will not work. Asking for a touch, not given. Puntos here will remain with Binyan.
There's just too much power in that attack from Noval. I think she was again opting for a check ball.
And this time, Netura. Oh, ball is still alive. Binalik agad. Abigail Noval, simple lang, but this will be like a Tudlasan turn.
And Laika Tudlasan already on fire. Their attempt to close this set.
And right now, a much needed timeout dito for San Juan. Let's listen in.
Double stop na lang.
JM ka ano, para tatlo spike.
JM.
Para likod mo yung setter. Tapos
Pwede.
tayo.
O tara.
Double stop tayo. Double stop, double stop.
Upon observing from that timeout, I think yung timeout nila also gives the players para makapag-speak up para
Oo.
malabas ko ano yung mga observations nila. And with this opportunity, it helps them para ma-identify kung what they need to work on.
Mhm. And I like that each and every player, though down by like 7 points, I like how each and every player is really very vocal. I mean, each and every player wanted to win. The only thing that they need to do is to translate what they have talked in their timeout. As like Atudlasan will give up a power tip. Abigail Valdez attack finally scoring a point for San Juan.
And she's very good at that strategy
Oo.
in terms of nagpapacheck ball.
At kanina pa ginagawa naman talaga ni Abigail Noval yan.
Hindi ganun kadali. Of course, their valuable IQ and of course strength.
Oo.
It's
Like
only
Atudlasan.
possible. It's been like a Tudlasan again and again for the Binan.
Kung hindi ka makuha sa isa, make sure that you're gonna get it in your second attempt. And like Atudlasan, sabi ko sa'yo, I mean, the other time that they played, it has been Villaflores. And who actually leading the way for Binyan Abetri as well. Tudlasan was actually silent. But she invalidates that right now. Here in this match, it's really very intentional, so much in focus. But let's see how much she can actually do that. As the meantime dito, Abigail Noval for San Juan.
And Abigail was still trying to stretch itong set na ito. Trying to stop Binyan.
And they have to play perfect volleyball, Loy. And with that, just like the first set, San Juan giving away free point that will help Binyan securing this set. Abigail Noval, surely a factor here. Again, Binyan now up by 2 sets to 1.
Unli projects, plans, play, game! With Smart Unli 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable. For only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Unli projects, plans, play, game! With Smart Unli 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable. For only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now. Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
And finally, Binyan here up by 2 sets, 25-18. Loy, I must say that this is like a Tudlasan best set. So far, really very intentional, and I know for a fact that they really wanted to get this win here contra San Juan.
And we've seen how Tudlasan was consistent for this set. She then gave out powerful attacks. They also have a good defense para dito sa set na to at para makabawi sa pinakitang performance sa San Juan Lady Knights from the previous set.
But I think this time, the momentum is obviously it is with Binyan. But here for San Juan, they're up with the chance of tying things up and pushes this further to Binyan to challenge and get that elusive win. But of course, if you're Binyan, it's either you've learned your lesson during the second set of being complacent and giving that set to San Juan. So it's really a matter of who wants it badly and who is more intentional in winning the set.
And as you can see here, San Juan gave out 3 points. 3 points for Binan. And for both teams, medyo minimal yung mga opponent errors. But in terms of attack, kanina, salitan. San Juan dominated from the previous set in terms of attacks. But now, Binan is already showing that they also know how to respond and reclaim itong pagiging dominant nila in terms of attacks.
And speaking of dominance, the question is, Loy, if Binyan can continue their dominance over San Juan, or if San Juan can turn the momentum in the table in their favor to tie things up and again push to a 5-setter match here and get that elusive win here kontra sa team lang naman who is the top contender, one of the top contenders last year, and of course the challenge the defending champions yesterday into 5 thrilling sets. And this time, for sure, nobody wants to just give, a lukewarm intention, especially here for San Juan as they're up to their last quest, to their last chance here today to challenge our finalists last year, Binyan. And right now, of course, our players, the teams who will be playing for our second match this afternoon is already on standby. Of course, the hometown heroes, Caloocan, going against the still unblemished and immaculate Dasmariñas Monarch. Meanwhile, on your screen, the silent operator of Binyan, Heart Villaflores. Despite being silent on the court, of course, you cannot deny for a fact that she's really a big contributor.
Exactly. I think she somehow boost itong momentum ng kanyang team starting off strong from the previous sets. And I think it also put a fire para makabawi itong other players, or her teammates as well. And para naman dito sa San Juan, I think exchanges ng pagiging complacent para sa dalawang koponan, salita ng pagkapanalo eh. And also, yung errors, yung panapos para ma-close off yung isang set. And that's something that they really need to work on right now. And we have Binan na although they have played a 5th set match from yesterday's game, it appears na hindi yun nagiging hindrance ngayon because they're still on fire to at least para makabawi from their loss against a very heartbreaking loss against the defending champions, Quezon Tangerines.
And of course, itong San Juan, I think they've wanted to solidify their defense here because they've already bring back the services of Chacunyada, and ngayon, siya mag-serve dito. Easy ball given by Villaflores dito, balingit. That is outside. First blood belongs to San Juan.
And it's good that now San Juan have to take advantage dito sa errors ngayon ng Binan as early as now if they really wanted to extend this match. Knowing that Binan already has 2 sets advantage, they only need 1 more set para maipanalo tong laban na ito.
There's really a lot of matchup here right now, Loy. Villaflores, balingit, of course, alongside with Ecalia and Tudlasan. And meanwhile, that combination play of the block point successful here for Villaflores.
Now Villaflores is already starting off strong, just like what she did in the previous sets.
This time, pupuntahan reverse set here for Ecalia. Oh, sayang yun. Well, that has been, a good point, but unfortunately, bad execution.
Exactly. A good attempt from Patilyon. Medyo too much lang. He's executed a lot of power on that. Lock on the net by Ecalia. Good pickup by Manukay. And now Nitura showing us her presence of mind in a good way to take advantage para dun sa over-received na bola.
But we need to see more. We need to see more from Nitura. Not only from Nitura, but also to other players. Especially here right now that balingit lang gumagawa dito. We miss again the services dito ni Ecalia, which actually helped, um, of course, San Juan in their last set win, but that was a power spike presented by Smart Power all 9-9. Load now.
Very powerful attack from Padillon. And to make up dun sa naging error na kanina,
Ooh.
good pick up there by Binan.
1-2 play, no. This will be a reverse underhand set to Laika Tudlasan. Baling, it will try.
And nobody was there para sa coverage ng bola. I think that block came from Padillon.
And this time, as we can see, ganda ng bantay dito. Well-guarded attack. Vida Flores now serving to Binan.
And again,
Oh!
salita na naman ng mga pangalan.
Oo.
But from that last frame,
At yun naman
Heart
gusto mo, Loy.
Villaflores.
I mean, everybody's contributing. Nagkasalitan tayong pangalan dito. Nagsasalitan tayo ng puntos. Because you know what at stake, Loy. You know what at stake in this match.
And the pressure is on the side of San Juan.
Back-to-back aces here for Heart Villaflores.
Heart Villaflores really effective in terms of offense, whether it be through attack or even in service.
Because, you know, gone were the days na pag i-serve mo, it's just to serve the ball. I mean, right now, you can use your your services as a first point of attacks, di ba? I mean, who knows that you could actually score a point just by serving. Litura. Villaflores, solid din sa depensa sa likod. Laika Tudlasan, free and scoring here for Binan.
I think what changed in this set is lahat maganda na yung distribution ng bola nitong Binan. And of course, with that distribution, lahat nakakapag-contribute ng point. And it's not only one name who's been stepping up. We are hearing a lot more from all the players dito sa Binan.
Exactly. Good job there coming from Balingit.
And Balingit, one of those players has been successful and efficient in terms of attack.
Well, it's really early to say, Loy, who has the favor, who has the advantage. Though Binan is up here by 6, but as we can see here, dito, San Juan bumabawi din, especially that they already have the services of Chacunyada, who just hit that ball. Dito, Laika Tudlasan. Kanina pa talaga, Laika Tudlasan again, even with the help of the net, scoring a point for Binan.
Of course, Tudlasan, we all know how powerful she can get. And ito nga kanina, sabi natin tahimik siya. But her efficiency and accurate attack been really helpful for their side right now.
Chacunyada. Laika Tudlasan will give out a free ball. Sayang yun.
And I think Heart Villaflores was attempting a short ball. So at least, if not gain a point, mahirapan itong kalaban. But medyo nakulangan.
Yes. This will be an opportunity here for Ekalia. Wow, Ekalia versus Tudlasan. What a match here.
A very good performance from Ekalia. Still kudos dun sa kanilang setter. Itong si Lim, medyo hindi na nga maayos yung pasa, but she still managed na makapag-execute at makapagbigay ng magandang set para dito kay Ekalia.
Laika Tudlasan, Loy once again unleashed another bomb. 8-7 here, Laika Tudlasan appearing to be really strong each and every time that she hits the ball, and that was a power spike presented by Smart Power all 9-9, load 9, and right now dito, Binan giving us our first technical timeout.
Next, plans, play, game! With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy! Simply reliable for only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Back to live action here in Manny Pacquiao's MPVA. Now, heading into this set number 4, during their timeout, it was a strong sense of urgency para dito sa San Juan Lady Knights. Binigyan ng emphasis ni Tony Nitura and head coach Bernie Crisologo ang communication and energy. Sabi nila, mag-usap-usap kayong lahat sa court, guys. Itaas pa natin ang energy natin, girls. Yan ang kailangan natin, especially mas bata yung mga kalaban nila dito sa Binan. So they really needed that message from Nitura and their coach because it's always been their quest to get back in momentum into that win column. So tignan natin kung madadala nga ng San Juan yun dito sa game. Balik sa inyo, John and Lois.
And putting an emphasis dun sa mas bata, itong opponent ng San Juan, I think they're referring to of course, these youngsters, yung composed of Binan players, Arellano, Lady Chiefs, they have more time to prepare. Yung kanilang preparation, of course, yung physical na strength nila, nandyan pa. Because, of course, bata pa nga. And as compared dito sa San Juan, Lady Knights, where, like na-mention natin kanina, everybody's focused on work and hindi lahat nakapag-training. But it appears na, even though with that, napapakita pa rin ng San Juan Lady Knights how veteran they are and kung paano pa rin nila kaya makipagsabayan. And same goes para dito sa Binan, even if they're up against the veteran players, kaya rin nila makipagsabayan. And again, ito ay opportunity para sa kanila.
But I like the point, Loy. I mean, yes, younger, more versatile, more flexible itong Binan. But you know what's the advantage here of San Juan? They have this proven track record. They have the experience. They know how to deal with their emotions. And I think that this is a battle of experience over agility and as well as exposure over adaptability. And let's see which one will prevail. Which one will come out victorious after this match as Manukay trying to verify something here over to our first referee. But yet again, I think we'll go back, we'll resume our game here right now as everything has already been cleared.
And Binan is already up by 2.
Oh, another service aces dito on the side of Binan.
And tira-tira, another contribution in the service line.
One more time. This time, the combination works for Ikalia.
As you can see, Kala binabantay niya talaga eh. She's observing kung anong mangyayari after attack. And every player, yun ang dapat ginagawa. Because we'll never know how the opponent will respond or react. So, it's really good for Ikalia that even after her attack, but lucky for Conyada with the help of the net, did gain a point, a service ace.
At tumaligo na si Punsalan doon. Early celebration.
And that's what I've been mentioning a while ago. Yung kung paano ka mag-respond after an action, yung observation mo, it really matters. Especially yun nga, galing sa service rather.
Backset. It has been Ikalia. Aloy, well, sabi ko nga sa'yo, nag-uusap yata itong San Juan. I mean, kung sino yung nakatoka for each sequence. But here right now, I must say for Binan, they have already, how can you say this? They have already embraced, you know, the responsibility that everybody should really contribute and bring something into the table. Nitura scoring a point by a quick there for San Juan.
And a long ball attack for Nitura did work on that zone. And ito, kanina pa natin naantayan na ma-activate siya at makapag-execute ng mga ganong klaseng palo because it really works on their end.
Padilyon. I mean, look at that. It is not always Tudlasan. Of course, most of the sets, especially if it's crucial, you go for Tudlasan, Loy. But you have Padilyon. Meron pang Punsalan. You can also always mention the name um, of other players like Punsalan scoring a point and contributing for Binyan.
And of course, exchanges of point. And yun nga, going back to Padilyon, kapag maganda yung distribution ng bola, it can be a disadvantage for their opponent kasi hindi na lang isang tao yung focal nila.
Exactly.
So everybody will struggle kung sinong dedepensahan.
I like that. Especially that itong Binyan nabibigyan lahat ng bola. And just like that, of course, if you're the team who's looking to bounce back, you as much as you know, you really need to minimize your errors. And dun pa lang service line. I mean, you could have just given that ball easily to Binyan.
Exactly. Kasi sa service line, wala ka ng kalaban.
Oo.
It's just yourself.
And San Juan here right now struggling even on their service reception. Like Tudlasan. Oh, good pickup. This time, like Tudlasan pa din adjusting kahit anong set talaga. Like Tudlasan, kayang gawa ng paraan. This will be an opportunity here for San Juan. San Juan, good pass. Combination almost, Balingit. That's still alive. This time, Balingit asking for it. Lim, Balingit one more time. Padilyon sa gitna. Chaconyada. Coverage is on point here. Tira-tira again, Loy. What can you say about tira-tira?
And again, it's not always about strength, that's always about power. I think one of the things that help itong si Tira-Tira, of course, height. So, inabot na lang yung bola, just the right placement. It did work on her end.
At nakakatuwa dun, Lloyd, yung si Balingit at Tudlawan talagang salita ng malalakas na palo. And you know, that simple power tip dito ni Tira-Tira, yun pa yung mga magpatapos ng set natin here.
And also because of their libero, especially itong si Torzar sa San Juan, itong long rally is made possible eh. So, minsan madalang nabigyan natin ng credit yung mga liberos, but they're also one of the reason why plays and games are executed.
But right now here, Binyan looking comfortable, really looking good, not only on offense but defense, and they're going to lead us to our second technical timeout.
Game! With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable. For only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Catch all the games live and free exclusively on post2p.com. Your game, your community. Join now, powered by Smart, the official telco partner of the MPVA. Special thanks to our media partners, Smart Sports and Puso Pilipinas. And everybody on your screen is Heart Villaflores, who have had a good game since yesterday. Combination, meanwhile, here for Balingit didn't work. As Padilyon will try, Mirales picked that ball up. They're going to Balingit. Balingit again, denied here.
And I think the net defense on the side of Binan is improving, especially for this set. As you can see, nakabantay na sila sa mga attackers itong San Juan. And even that block was payong na payong.
Good pick. Ang ganda ng reception dito ng libero ng San Juan. Not only the pick-up, Loy, but the coverage as well.
And again, Tira-Tira sure knows how to contribute the point even in her own little ways.
Grabe si Tira-Tira. I mean, she doesn't mind whether it is strong or not. All she wants is to score a point here for her squad, and she did that. She did that. I mean, increasing pa yung expectation natin sa kanya.
And it's again, she always reminds me that it's not always about power.
Meanwhile, Punsalan here. Halfway through to be able to bounce back and go back to the winning column. Dito, Binan.
I think rotational error on the side of San Juan Lady Knights.
Oh yeah.
Itong mga unforced errors, they need to pay attention to this kasi easy point lang to na pinapamigay sa mga kalaban.
And you don't want that to happen, Loy. I mean,
Mhm.
we're already in the last minutes of the fourth set. And right now, of course, you know, every point really matters. Especially if you're someone, the team that na naghahabol dito to stay close with Binan. And you don't want to just give out a free point. Meanwhile dito, blocking naman, aying, kapapasok lang. But puntos agad dito for San Juan.
And yung exchanges again ng mga puntos kanina, Binan gained the point from a block. And now, ito namang San Juan. Same process in the same way. He did manage to gain the point through a block.
Meanwhile, back set to Padillon. This will be Chacunyada's opportunity. Here comes. Tudlasan again.
Well, Tudlasan, mas naging present siya
Oo.
dito sa mga latter sets. And of course, on the side of San Juan, you have to be reminded that if nandyan sa frontline si Tudlasan, they need to work on their defense, whether it be to floor defense or net defense.
But right now here, because of course, it's no question and no brainer that Binan can make a point. But San Juan here, they're also helping their opponent to even reaching the 25th marker.
Tara, malayo pa ha. May 4 points pa sila bago nanalo. Kailangan natin maka 1:2 or 3. 1:3 tayo. Ha, kailangan ganun. Ha, tara, laban. Pag
And this time right now, I like the cool environment, the cool presence of this timeout. Nothing to pressure, nothing to point out specifically what the players need to do in order for them to stay close dito sa San Juan. The coach only said that, you know, pumuntos tayo dito 1:3 at kaya natin to, and it's still far from reaching the 25th marker. And I think give so much ease and confidence into sa players that ng San Juan that it can still be done. Na kaya pa.
And again, as long as hindi pa umaabot ng 25, there's a lot of opportunity for San Juan para makabawi.
Oh yeah. Chacunyada, papasok lang. Will try. That is outside. Good hit there coming from Cha.
Chacunyada already knows how to take advantage of the blocker's hands as well. From that last hit, as you can see, her angle, her miss action was to actually veer away the ball. Palabas. And now we can see Tin Merales back on court.
And San Juan trying to bring back talaga Lloyd dito. May mga veterans sila inside the court. Let's see if that could make any impact, especially here that Binan just only needing 3 more points. Yes! Lloyd, impact is impacting. Morales right away contributing points here for San Juan.
And immediately, Tin Merales did contribute a point through a block. Something that she's really known for.
Oh,
even
yeah.
back in the collegiate. Good cover there by Morales.
Whoa!
And I think think Jack Cunyada is now activated. There's more power in her hit right now.
You see on the replay, Kaachunyada. Powerful down the line, but because of that, Binan really feels the momentum is going here. They'll be calling a timeout. And Loy, what's important about this one is that naninikurado na dito ang Binan. They feel that yes, the momentum is now coming back here to San Juan, and as a team, we only need like 3 to close this out. So let's see now if that timeout really made any difference for both squads.
Of course, there's pressure on both sides. Even if etong Binyan, nakakalamang na ng dalawang set and they're just 3 points away to clinching this match. Of course, may pressure din dyan dahil slowly humahabol itong San Juan
yeah.
Lady Knights.
This time, Tudlasan! Wow! Tudlasan is everywhere here in this play, Loy.
And we can see kung gaano ka siya ka-stable and established in this latter sets para sa kanyang kupunan. And now we can see Kagwika back on the service line. And I think ito yung kaninang gusto nila execute however nagkaroon lang ng problem with the rotation.
Oh yes, I guess. Chakunyada. Instant impact here for San Juan.
Truly. Itong pinapakita ni Cunyada somehow nakaka-build ng confidence not only for her but also for her teammates. Yung domino effect, makikita talaga natin yan because if somebody still stepping up, everyone follows.
Oh yeah, definitely as Ekalia will try, and we do hope that this is the combination that San Juan is looking for, Ekalia and Cha.
And now Binyan only needs a point, 1 point to taking home the bacon para sa laban na to.
And this time here, just 1 more point needed here for Binan to finally recover from their previous matches of not winning. Chakunyada gagawa ng paraan. This will be a free ball. But hindi, papaluin dito ni Villa Flores. Close to the net. Nitura. The ball is still alive. This one. Chakunyada naman. Villa Flores, baby, that one. And this time it's still good. Long rally. 1-2 play!
And that decision there by Domasig paved way in order for them to clinch this match.
No, yeah. But let's take a look one more time. Just when everybody thought, Loy, na they'll be going to Tudlasan because she has been the #1 option dito ng Binan. No, Stetter can actually do and manage it all for you for that winning point. And Binan, again, pinagpahinga lang Loy. Ngayon, balik na naman sa winning column. But here comes San Juan Lady Knights who again used on a swinging in their opening game where they win and suffered losses. At ang masakit pa dito, that has been consecutive losses after that win.
So I think San Juan Lady Knights now figuring out kung ano yung mga lapses nila, something that they need to work on. Of course, it's also an opportunity for them to at least reflect on what they needed to do. Because it's really a close fight, even if it's only limited to 4 sets. And as for Binan, they really displayed a spectacular performance. They showed composure and consistency in terms of attack. And I would say a good decision making from their setter as well, which is Domasig.
Certainly, and of course, again, 25-17 to wrap up our set number 4 in favor of Binan, 3-1.
Only projects, plans, play, games! With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy! Simply reliable for only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Only projects, plans, play, game. With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable for only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Only projects, plans, play, game. With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable for only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Only projects, plans, play, game. With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable for only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Only projects, plans, play, game. With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable for only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Only projects, plans, play, game. With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable for only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
And San Juan finally on the winning column again after defeating San Juan in 4 passionate, really very close sets here in Caloocan. Well, I must say that a lot really stood out here in this match, but I know, Loy, we have only one queen of the court who give everything and make everything, this game even brighter.
And for this, our queen of the court is none other than Heart Villaflores. Truly, she displayed consistency in terms of attack, her efficiency, like what we have been mentioning a while ago. Also, her decision making in terms of a variety of attacks. And we also saw how she at least uplift her team with her attacks and her dominance inside the court. As we can see here, Heart Villaflores, our queen of the court.
And Lloyd, the queen of the court in today's match is with Nico Aaron. Nico, take it away.
Alright, so kasama ko ngayon ang ating Queen of the Court for today's match, Heart Villaflores. Heart, una-una, congratulations on this bounce-back win. How would you assess your performance? Anong thoughts mo na ikaw naman ang nag-step up para dito sa Binan para makuha itong bounce-back win?
Actually po, ibibigay ko po yung credit sa team ko kasi kung wala po yung mga ka-teammate ko para i-remind ako na Heart, tapangan mo, ganun. Hindi mangyayari yung nangyari kanina and wala ako ngayon dito if wala sila. Yan. Sa kanila talaga, bibigay ko yung credit sa mga ka-teammates ko for today. Pero of course, syempre, effort talaga nasa mindset ko rin po na gusto ko rin po talaga manalo today. Yun po.
Well said, Heart. So ngayon naman, speaking of team, nakita natin nung isang game, nakakuha ng San Juan isang set doon. So what would you say about the resilience ng team mo heading into that fourth set para makuha nyo yung panalo?
Actually, noon yung team namin dyan, naalala ko before, na-interview rin ako dito, ang kinomen ko sa team ko is pagiging resilient namin. Tapang lang talaga and laging ilagay sa isip kung gaano ba talaga namin gusto manalo. Yun lang yung tinatatak namin sa isip namin. Every time na naglalaro kami. Yan.
Alright, well, it paid off. So ngayon naman, Heart, yung mga gusto mong batiin, mga sumusuporta sa'yo at sa Binan.
Yan. Hello po sa, unang-una sa family ko po sa Antipolo, kila mommy, kay daddy, kay Luis, kay lola, kila uncle Bong, sa aunties and uncles ko po. Hello rin po kay Kuya Norman and binabati ko rin po yung mga friends ko sa Antips. Yung coaches ko po, Sir Peter, sila Sir Francis Kaiko, sila Sir Val po, sila Ma'am Joy, Ma'am Trina, and bye-bye po!
Alright, and there you have it. Congratulations again, our queen of the court, Heart Villaflores. A solid performance giving Binan a bounce-back win. Balik sa inyo, Jong and Lois.
Well, thank you for that, Aaron. A well-deserved title, of course, for Heart Villa Flores. But I must say, Lloyd, that the matches for today, despite only being at 4 sets, but really intense. I mean, both squads really starting each and every set really strong. But mid-game, there's really one team who speed up and appear to be victorious. And right now, here are your Smart's powered up plays brought to you by Smart. Only 5G, only 85 pesos for 3 days. Download the Smart app and load now. As we can see, Loy, during the first set, I'm clueless. I'm really clueless on who will have the momentum. But sabi ko nga, mid-game, dun lumalabas yung team who was able to adjust on the strategy and who able to read the defense and offense ng kalaban nila more effectively.
And for the first set, we saw how composed Binan truly was, because just when we thought that it's already in the hands of San Juan Lady Knights, we saw that Binan remained composed for this set.
Exactly, but just when we thought that the momentum for Binan will continue the second set because they won and got that second set, here comes San Juan. Yes, they've surrendered the first set with an error, and they've made sure and made the promise that they're going to come back with the second set with so much statement, and I think that's what they did. They stole the second set over to Binan.
And for the set 3, we saw how they really wanted to end it into limiting it into 4 sets. So dito pinakita ng Binan na they not only have Villaflores, we have also other players like Todlasan, Padillon, and as well as Tira Tira that have been stepping up for their team, and something that they really need was to work on how they will be able to execute all of their plays against the San Juan veteran.
Exactly, and here comes 4 set. You know what's good about here is that everyone contributed. I mean, there is no specific moment that not everybody wanted, that they don't want to win. I mean, even for San Juan, you see on their timeout that everybody is really very vocal, that everybody wanted to show something that yes, they can. But it is actually just Binan that it was executed really good. I mean, the rotation and the distribution of the ball, it paid off for Binan.
And for this, I would say that even though etong si Todlasan, she stood up, I think one of the reason why a lot of players stood out was also because of Heart Villaflores and the likes of, we also have to give credit dito kay Dumasig, which was the mind of her game. She's the one deciding on the ball distribution and as well as her 1-2 plays that have been really successful.
Exactly, and no, look at the attacks, really pretty close.
And as you can see, as we were saying, even though it was limited to 4 sets, it was really a close fight in terms of attacks. Hindi masyado nagkakalayo. San Juan even dominated in terms of blockings. But somehow, Binan was lucky enough because San Juan gave out 21 opponent errors, which then became an advantage for the Tactical Arellano Lady Chiefs.
Exactly, but of course, if you are Binan, I mean, for San Juan, there's nothing to be afraid of. I mean, there's nothing to be ashamed of. That is a pretty close match. And I must say that, especially for Ikalia, who did her best, I mean, there's a bright spot, there's a silver lining on that loss. And ang daming pwedeng abangan. Tulad na lamang ng susunod na laban natin here, Loy, of course, you have the immaculate and undefeated so far. Dasmariñas Monarch going against the homies heroes of Caloocan. Dito, mangyayari yan up next here in the MPVA, so stay tuned.